Hey, it's Spider by NextGenTactics.com. This is an Unreal Tournament 3 video. It's actually a multiplayer video, team deathmatch, or whatever the hell it's called. And I'm just basically playing this. Like I said, I was kind of bored. If you saw the Resistance 2 video go up, I was bored one day and played a little Resistance 2, played a little Unreal Tournament 3, just to, you know, feeling a little nostalgic. And honestly, I haven't played this in a freaking long time. And the thing is, you know, even with the Resistance 2 video, I hadn't played in a long time, so it was a little difficult trying to get used to it again. And this game is really fast-paced, like huge fast-paced, especially, you know, in a free-for-all. Actually, it's not Team Deathmatch. What am I talking about? Free-for-all. On a smaller map, like we played a little bit on a smaller map, and it's just insane. The action, which is part of the appeal. There's a sniper rifle, like, and you have all kinds of weapons. It's basically, you know, you start off with the same weapons, pretty similar to Halo. You start off with the same weapons, and then you get weapon pickups in the map, health pickups, that sort of thing, shields. There's a lot to it, and that's just for the free for all. But there are a lot of different game types in multiplayer, and it's mainly a multiplayer game. Although they did have co-op in Unreal Tournament 3, which is kind of different from the previous Unreal Tournament games, where it was just sort of like a ladder-based tournament with AI players. I mean, this is kind of similar for the campaign, but they at least added a storyline to it. And then got you immersed into the different game types. And I'm trying to no-scope here. So I did get one. But, kind of wanted to talk a little bit about Unreal Tournament 4. And there really isn't... I don't know if they've retired the series. Like, it appears they've actually retired the series. And the thing is, these Unreal Tournament games are built on the Unreal Engine. And right now, the Unreal Engine is on version 3, and they use the Unreal Engine in a lot of different games. And you know, I don't have a list of games that use the Unreal Engine technology, but it's more than just Unreal Tournament. It's used by a lot of gamers, even gamers that create their own games in Unreal Tournament. They can create stuff and using that engine. But a lot of other developers use the Unreal Engine as well. But supposedly, there is a little bit of talk about there being an Unreal Tournament 4, which would be based on the Unreal Engine 4. But that's not scheduled to even be released until 2012, like the Unreal Engine. So, who knows if there's going to be an Unreal Tournament 4. And even if there is going to be, it's not likely that it's going to come out until at least 2012, 2013. Which is unfortunate, because this game is actually pretty good. It's done really well. There's a lot of attention to detail. Some of the bigger multiplayer game types, like Warfare, especially, can get very strategic, very team-based. You can develop map-based strategies and whatnot. There's a lot of vehicles. There's not really any I don't think there are any vehicles in free-for-alls, at least on. No, I don't think so. But the larger game types like Team Deathmatch and whatnot, there are, I believe, as well as like they have Capture the Flag. They have 1v1 game type called Duel. There's a vehicle Capture the Flag, and two other game types called Betrayal and Greed. And Betrayal. Let's see. I'll just read the description here. This Instagib game. Not sure what the hell that means. Places freelance players on teams, and when the members of each team kill enemies, the pot for that team grows. Anybody in a team with a pot can betray the rest of the team by shooting them, thus taking the pot, but they must defend themselves from the betrayed teammates for 30 seconds after that, or the teammates receive extra points. I never actually played that game type, so I'm not sure if that came with the original game, or if it was added in in some DLC on the PS3. And then Greed. Greed's a game like that focuses on collecting skulls dropped from dead players and capturing them in the opposing team's base. So kind of similar to Halo, a little bit, one of the Halo game types where you're collecting skulls and you're just trying to score skull points before, you know, trying to get whatever 25, 50 skull points before the enemy team gets it. So, but like I said, I thought the multiplayer in this game was really well done. I mean, it's really fast-paced, which is good. Like I like the fact that it's fast-paced. I mean, it's different from some other games. The rocket launcher is beast, obviously. I mean, rocket launchers in any multiplayer game is pretty beast. And what else? Yeah, I really hope they do an Unreal Tournament for it. Like the trophy support, the support they add to the game, and the ability that you can actually mod the game and create maps and whatnot. You can actually do that on your PS3. It does provide for keyboard and mouse support, even, which is awesome. I mean, how often do you see that in multiplayer games on consoles? I mean, you don't. I don't know of any other game that actually has keyboard and mouse support. So, I mean, you PC players can play on the console just as you would on the PC, which is pretty cool. Also, their trophy support is awesome. Like, you know, in game, it actually has a list of every single trophy. It shows your progress for those trophies, which is unlike any other game. Typically, where you're like, okay, well, I don't know how many kills I have in order to obtain this trophy, and it's not, you know, maybe you can find that information, but it's not all in one spot. Whereas, you know, I can go. There's one trophy called get all the power-ups on all the maps. So for every multiplayer map, you have to collect all the power-ups as you're playing on that map. So it actually lists progress. It lists the maps that you have collected everything on, and lists the ones that you've yet to collect the power-ups on. So I mean, just stuff like that, just little details like that, which, you know, may seem a bit insignificant, but I think it just shows a good attention to detail, and you can go and easily find, you know, well, what do I need to work on in order to obtain the rest of the trophies. And if you're a trophy whore like me, that's very important. You know, you don't have to guess. There's no guessing involved. You know exactly what you need to do in order to get your trophies.
Own it!
And this, again, Unreal Tournament, and I'm not sure who started it, but the announcer, you know, in Unreal Tournament, right, it's very similar to Halo. So, again, not sure who did it first, so we're not going to play that game of, oh, well, this guy had it first, this guy just copied it, well, whatever. I like it, it's kind of cool, as long as it's not overused like in Halo. Flag dropped, flag taken, flag dropped, flag taken, flag dropped, flag taken. That's just annoying. Alright, Stinger minigun. The secondary fire on a lot of these guns is pretty kick-ass as well. But like I said, it took a little getting used to once I started playing it again. I mean, it's, you know, you play these games and they're so different from the respect of game speed that it's crazy when you start going from one game to the other. You know, where I look on the low end of intensity. Well, shouldn't say intensity, but game speed, where, you know, you're playing Halo, and even Resistance 2 is a lot slower than this. Then you go to like Call of Duty, where, you know, if you've been playing Halo for a few days and you go back to Call of Duty, it's like you got to turn the sensitivity down, otherwise you make yourself nauseous just because of how fast the gameplay is. And that's similar to, you know, with this game. It's very fast paced. I mean, this is, you know, faster paced than Modern Warfare, for sure. There's no sprinting. You're pretty much sprinting all the time, so there's really no sprint ability per se. So it's really not needed. Otherwise, you'd be moving pretty damn fast. It'd be hard to control, or even harder to control than it is. So there's the alternate fire for your main weapon here, the weapon that you start with. Again, it's been a little while, so I'm not going to know the names of every single weapon. Woohoo! Rocket launcher! So what else? The vehicles are pretty cool, and in like the team deathmatch or the other game types, some of the more team-based game types. With the vehicles, like the vehicles are pretty kick-ass. Some of the vehicles they have in this game, as well as you have sort of a personal, what is it? What the hell do you want to call it? A personal hoverboard. That's it. So you don't even need to get in a vehicle. You can hop in this hoverboard, and you can actually, you know, get from point A to point B a hell of a lot faster than just, you know, running around. And the hoverboard is quite cool. So, like I said, I think it's a pretty good game. I didn't get to play it a lot in its heyday, like when it first came out. It was actually my nephew bought it for me for my birthday one year, and it was probably about a year after it had come out. So, a lot of people, you know, there's not a lot of people that play it, which is unfortunate. And there wasn't a lot of people that played it when I was playing. I was trying to get a bunch of trophies and whatnot, and I was playing it a fair bit. And there weren't a whole lot of people online, but even, you know, less people playing online now, because, you know, I think there's maybe 2 or 3 players in this free-for-all that are actually, you know, non-AI players, and it actually fills up the rest of the player slots with AI, which is good as well. I mean, it actually, you know, instead of ending up in a free-for-all with like 2 or 3 players, it's actually a full party of players. They're just AI players, and the AI can be very, you know, pretty difficult, especially, you know, if you're playing the campaign. You set it on maximum difficulty. I mean, the AI kicks ass. They're actually very, very good. Although the AI for multiplayer leaves a little to be desired. So I didn't actually record the scores, unfortunately. Apologize for that. But 25 kills to win the match. I'm not sure how many deaths I had, but, you know, for you diehard viewers, you can go back and actually count. Maybe post in the comments, because I don't want to go back and count how many times I died for my kill-death ratio. Anyways, just a little taste of Unreal Tournament 3. You can actually get this game for really, really cheap. Probably like $15, I'm sure. And, you know, I mean, for $15, it's worth it, man. It is worth it to play this game. I'm telling you right now. For $15, it's a hell of a lot better than a lot of the games you can get off of Xbox Live or the PlayStation Network for the downloadables for the same price. So I would definitely recommend it. Not a whole lot of players playing online, unfortunately, but who knows? If we get a bunch of people commenting, maybe we can one day host an NGT game type or server, because you actually set up your PS3 as a server. So host a server for a day or something, and we can all play Unreal Tournament 3. Anyways, for more strategies and tactics, visit NextGenTactics.com. Don't forget to write your comments about what you'd like to see in Unreal Tournament 4. I'm Spiderbite, and I'm out.